You were an operator for a mental health helpline for superheroes. Just because they're invulnerable, doesn't mean that they're invincible.
Yesterday was insane. Planet Breaker returned and his plasma blast had incinerated a quarter of Capital City. Fortunately, he was stopped in less than an hour thanks to a quick response by the Capital Protectors. I work at a crisis hotline that heroes like the Protectors call when they're at the end of their rope. We see these guys as unbreaking and unrelenting, but their close-up seat to the things that the news would get fined for showing us weighs heavily on them. Almost all of the Capital Protectors called in before the end of my shift yesterday. A colleague of mine got a call from Steele. We knew that was coming. News footage showed him surviving a plasma blast that completely obliterated the family he was trying to protect. His impenetrable skin was perfect for protecting his internal organs, but his body could only cover so much. Another colleague was on the line with Track Star. I've received calls from her before. Her happy-go-lucky persona hides the guilt she feels when she's not fast enough to move everyone to safety. I'm sure she's in the gym right now training to run faster than a plasma blast, but I don't think that's gonna happen unless she comes across another radioactive hummingbird. I heard at the water cooler that somebody had to talk the thinker out of quitting. Her heart couldn't take another mind-going silent moments before rescuers pulled the body from the rubble. She needed a reminder that she saves more people than she misses. The hospital called us and my supervisor was on the line with Tank trying to convince him to accept medical care. He was tired. He happened to be on site for all 4 of Planet Breaker's attacks. He accepted medical care when he learned of Planet Breaker's fate. Which brings me to Captain Capital. No call from him. We've never had a call from him. Maybe he has his own personal therapist that he talks things out with. Maybe he's just built for this type of thing. However, the fight ended with Captain Capital crushing Planet Breaker's heart. It happened so quickly, the news cameras didn't have time to cut the feed. Captain Capital had never ended a life before that, at least not to the public's knowledge. He never had to. He has a toughness and speed unmatched by anyone on the planet. He led the Capital Protectors for a reason. It was a move one would expect from a war hero like Tank, but Captain Capital always seemed so above it all. So unflinching. So unwavering. So consistent. I wasn't on the line with any of the Protectors yesterday. I had spent most of the day trying to convince Clone and Cody that he was not responsible for the actions of his evil stray duplicate. I had a relatively uneventful day as I kept an eye on the news. However, that changed this morning. I clock in, get to my desk, and receive a phone call within minutes. I hear uncontrollable sobbing on the other line. Hero Hotline, here to support those who support us, I say. Who is calling and how may I assist? You're not in this alone. The sobbing continues for half a minute. Is everything alright? The B blood won't come off my G glove. A broken voice manages to muster out. Broken as it may be, this voice was recognizable from hundreds of press conferences, news interviews, and public addresses over the decade. It was Captain Capital as no man had heard him. Broken, hurt, and unsure. I've been washing my hands for hours, he continues, only slightly more composed B, but the blood won't come off. Maybe you should take the glove off. I respond gingerly, not entirely knowing what tone to take with a broken demigod. Oh, okay. I can try that, he responds. Gah. I hear him scream. Is everything okay, sir? I ask calmly. It's on my hand. The blood is on my hand. It's under my nails. It's all red. His blood is on my hand. This one seems above my pay grade. I wave my supervisor over and place the phone on speaker. Sir, can you hold on while just a second? No. Please don't leave me. Help me get this blood off my hands. Please. My supervisor also immediately recognizes the voice. Hey Captain, my supervisor begins. Are any of your friends there to help with the blood? No. Captain Capital responds frantically. My friends can't be near me. I hurt people. I don't want to get blood on them too. But Captain, my supervisor begins encouragingly, you save people. Even yesterday, you saved a lot of lives. There's a few seconds of silence. Then why won't the blood come off? He says this in the steadiest voice he's had all call. We hear a click and then nothing. Do you think that's the last we've heard of him? I ask my supervisor. I hope so, he answers. That man's mind is gone. If he comes back, he's bringing only destruction.